Right, so good evening all.
Evening.
In this video we are going to be trying the Olive Grove restaurant on board the P&O Arvia. So just for a bit of reference, because if you've been on the sister ship, the Iona, that also has an Olive Grove on there, but on the Arvia the menu is completely different.
Yes.
Now the Iona had 4 main dining rooms, the Arvia has only got 2, and included the Olive Grove as like its own separate main dining room. So unlike the Iona, all the items available in there are included in your fare. There's no extra charges for anything.
No, the restaurant on here is open from 5:30 till 9:30.
Yeah, only for dinner.
Only for dinner.
Yes.
There's no lunch or breakfast, unlike the 6th Street Diner if you've seen that video or seen it online. So it's just the evening meal. We will explain everything you need to know once we get down there, menus, bookings and all that kind of stuff. But shall we get down there, because we have got a time booked. So I think we're getting quite close to that time. We've got to get down. The lifts are always busy on these ships. So are you ready?
I'm hungry.
We're always hungry.
Right, so we've been seated now in the Olive Grove. Like we said before, it replaces one of the main dining rooms. Now, as we've explained before, we could book the main dining rooms, the Zenith or the Meridian, before we came on the cruise. And even though this replaces one of the restaurants, we weren't able to book this before we came on the cruise. But from day one on embarkation, you could go onto the P&O app, and again, it's available for the 14 nights of your cruise where you can book it from day one, again depending on availability. And as always, like all the other restaurants on board this ship, you can only book a table on the app for between the hours of 5:30 and 6. Now the Olive Grove is open from 5:30 till 9:30, but a table can only be booked on your app between 5:30 and 6. So if it's fully booked or you want to eat after then, the other things that you can do is you can physically turn up to the Olive Grove at 5:30 and try to book yourself a table for later on in the evening. What they do is give you a buzzer and they'll tell you to come back, and obviously they could buzz you in 40 minutes time, but you would have to be prepared to wait. And the only other thing you could do is join the virtual queue. Now the Olive Grove opens at 5:30, that virtual queue does not open until 6:30, and then again you can join that between the hours of 6:30 and 9:30 when the restaurant is opened. And again, depending on how busy your cruise is, there's 5,800 passengers on whilst we're on board, so you could be 10th in queue, you could be 30th in queue. It's just a virtual queue, you don't know.
So as always in the restaurants on board the ship, you get free water, and I will just run you through the menu quickly. Now this is menu B. There are 2 menus, and like I said, because we are on the Arvia for 2 weeks, the first week was menu A and the second week was menu B, this one. Unlike main dining room, it doesn't really come up as starters and mains. So it comes up with grazing. These are normally your starters, and then you've got some salads there, a few pasta dishes. There is one from the grill, and then you've got some regional specials there, a seafood dish, and then your puddings. So like we said, this is menu B. I will put menu A on the screen now so you can see that. It's a completely different menu, so if you come on board and you thought, I wasn't really liking the idea of anything on menu A, make sure you check back, because menu B is completely different. So I'm not going to show you the menu for all the drinks on the back of the main menu, but we will just say it does tell you there, so like C and D are different drinks packages, so you know there's a lot in here that you can choose from. But unlike the diner, which we have done a video on, there's no drinks specifically for in here. Like in the diner there's a few sodas, so there's no like non-alcoholic cocktails or different cocktails that you can get in the Olive Grove.
We'll show you what we've obviously ordered when it comes, but again, you can have as much as you want, so you don't have to have like a starter, a main and dessert. You could skip the dessert and have 2 mains if you like. So I think sometimes we get left comments and people aren't quite aware that you can do that, so just to let you know.
Oh, and we will mention very quickly, because I just thought, You may be thinking, you're looking very casual for a main dining room style restaurant. In the Olive Grove, there's not like a proper main dining room dress code. So I've come in shorts, an open shirt and a backwards baseball cap. So yeah, it's a lot more relaxed feel in here. So if you don't like going to the main dining room every night, because like I say, we're on a Caribbean, I wish we were on a Caribbean, we're on a Mediterranean cruise and it's like 30 odd degrees outside. So if you don't want to be in a buttoned up shirt and trousers, these are a nice replacement for the main dining room, just to be a bit more casual. And I will also add that this Olive Grove has a gala evening menu. It's a bigger, different menu, and there's also no dress code for that. So if you are not wanting to eat, say maybe in the buffet or the Keys, you want a proper sit-down meal, you can come in here and have a fancier meal without having to be in a tie and a suit. Starters have arrived. I'm trying to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher it as always. So we're going to say this is Bolinhos de Bacalhau. It's Portuguese salt cod fish cakes with chorizo, crushed peas and herb aioli. We've had an Italian salad to share, and then Stacey there has got some spiced beef empanadas with sweet pimentos. So
I'm going to try the empanadas first of all, but what we're going to do is just share all three of the starters. We just tend to do that a lot of the time, don't we, Kev? Even with the mains as well.
Just get a taste of everything then.
Yeah, unless there's something specific that Kev wants to try, and then me.
Or you.
Or me, that's why I didn't say or me.
I didn't do you, sorry.
Here he goes. So that is really nice. It's very, very tasty. There's a lot of beef in there, and that romesco sauce, is it? It's like a chipotle, like smoky taste with a hint of lime.
It looks a little bit chunky. Has it got like maybe some ground veg or something?
Yeah,
in
it's
there?
got the consistency of like a hummus.
Right, it does look a little bit chunky.
Yeah, and the pastry's nice as well, flaky. That's actually very tasty and slightly spicy as well, because it wasn't supposed to be a spicy empanada. Want it?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, and it is a bit spicy, yeah. That's very, very tasty, and like I say, I love that sauce with it.
Yeah, so I'll try the Portuguese salt cod fish cake. It comes with crushed peas, chorizo and a garlic aioli. Now, this is why we do these videos, because there's literally, I'll show you one without all stuff on, there's 5 of these little bowls. So this is why it's just good to see portion sizes as well. So you could say like, oh, we'll get a third one to share as well. So yeah, I was really looking forward to these. They are delicious. They are like small little fried dough balls. There's no like texture to them, they're just like a straight dough ball. The chorizo's really nice, and that garlic aioli really sets it all off as well. And peas are just peas, so we all know what pea tastes like. And then this is basically just a normal salad. It's just got some croutons in and a bit of mozzarella. I'll see if the dressing's nice. That is a very well seasoned salad. I'm very surprised I'm saying this on a P&O cruise. It's a bit salty. I'm not a big salt person. I've been adding salt to pretty much everything we've been eating everywhere on this ship. That's very salty. Stacey will like it.
I like salt.
Yeah, but it's very delicious. Just a nice little a compliment salad. So we polished off those starters. Little tip, if you have the Italian salad and it's a little bit salty, I ended up adding in some of Stacey's Greek yogurt that she didn't use, just to try and cut through a bit of that saltiness, but it was still very nice. Mains are here. I'll tell you what I've had off my phone, because it's a bit of a list. So I had the frito misto, which is baby squid, breaded prawns, salt and pepper mussels, deviled smalts, oregano seasoned potatoes, and an aioli dip, and a grilled lime as well. And it looks delicious. It reminds me of, and it's funny because we're going here tomorrow, when we went to Barcelona and we had in the market, we had the battered little fish and stuff like that. That's what all the little fish look like. So yeah, it looks very nice. I obviously can't try one of everything. I think that might be a baby squid, some bready prawns, and other little goodies. There's quite a bit in here. I don't know what that is, but I'll go for one of the little fish. Now Stacey's going to ask me straight away, and I can
got his
tell
head on.
it's got its
That's
head
what
on.
I was going to ask. It has?
Yes,
Right.
so these
Cut that
Stacey
thing
won't be
off.
eating. Cut that thing off. It's completely full.
Has it got its tail
It's
on?
got everything on.
Oh.
It's not. It's bones and everything, Stacey.
Oh no, I can't.
So I'll do this one. I do like these. I love that fishy, salty taste. The batter's not crispy, but it's still really, really tasty. So if you're like a fish lover like me and this is on the menu, I'd highly recommend the frito misto.
Right, so I've gone for the beef pita. It's actually a good size there, it's a decent portion, and this comes with Turkish salad, tzatziki sauce, sweet chili sauce, and obviously it's in the pita bread. It's got a lot of sauce on there, so it is a bit messy. You definitely need your knife and fork. You couldn't pick up the pita and eat it. But I've gone for a bit of everything on there. That is very nice. It's very tasty. I like the beef meatballs. The beef is very tender, and then it's nice with the tzatziki sauce, and I absolutely love sweet chili sauce, so I'm glad it's got that on it. But yeah, with the spiciness of the beef and then the yogurty sauce on there, it's just a very nice combination. I really like that. The Turkish salad that comes with it is basically lettuce, onions and cucumber. There's no dressing or anything on there, but it's obviously it's nice to have a bit of salad on the side with a pita bread, I think.
Okay, so we finished the mains. We are both so full, honestly. We will force down a dessert.
You said to Kev, we've got to have I know we're full, but we've got to have a dessert. We've got to complete the video, haven't we? We've got to go do the 3 courses. So the desserts are here. I've gone for the Lebanese megli. So it describes it as a rice cinnamon custard with toasted coconut, walnuts, pistachios and pomegranate. Now they did do a chocolate cake on there that I was thinking of having, but I always tend to go for the chocolate cake, and I don't think that'd go well because I'm quite full as well. So I've gone for something different and hopefully not as filling and as stodgy. I can smell the cinnamon. I love cinnamon and I can smell it, so hopefully this is going to be nice. That is absolutely delicious. I'm so glad I've gone for that. It's as refreshing as you can go really with a dessert. It's really light on the tongue.
Is it cold? I know because it said rice pudding.
Yes, that's a good point actually. Yeah, no, it is cold. Yeah, and I've just found that in it as well. That wasn't on the menu either. Description, is that a cherry? Doesn't say it on the menu, but it's also got cherries in. Like I said, if you like cinnamon, you'd really like that. Obviously, if you don't, it is quite a strong taste of cinnamon. That's really refreshing. I'm glad I've gone for that.
So I've gone for the citrus crema catalana. It's just like a baked egg custard that's got a slight sugary top to it. Just looks like a creme brulee, really. It's basically a creme brulee. I wouldn't even say there was any citrus in it, but it did say it came with a rice flour shortbread biscuit as well, which I've never heard of, a rice flour biscuit. That just tastes like an ordinary shortbread. It's very nice. I can see how the crunchy shortbread will go nice with the very soft custard. So that's a nice dessert if you're an egg custard fan.
Right, so that's desserts all polished off now. So it's very busy in here, it's getting even louder, so we're going to go outside and finish it off. But I would say that we were just discussing it and I think it's really good that they do the 2 different menus. It just breaks up your fortnight cruise a bit. But I think for us personally, we both agreed that maybe menu B slightly.
I did say
but there was parts on menu A that were nice.
Yeah, because last week there was king prawns on the starter.
I did like them.
And then because we've just been discussing it because we took videos on our phone and we will have put these clips on. Stacey had like a baklava dessert which she really enjoyed.
That was nice.
You know, you can't always have a perfect menu.
What I'd say is just try and at least eat here twice on your fortnight cruise if you're on the Arvia for a fortnight, and eat it on week 1 and then week 2 and just experience both menus then. Wow, I am completely stuffed. And yeah, but that was so delicious. Yeah. Really recommend if you are coming on the Arvia, because like we said at the beginning, it's replaced one of the main dining rooms. Yes. Really, there's only 2 main dining rooms now on this ship, and that's like a 3rd one. So make sure you give it a try. It just breaks it up a bit, something different from the main dining room.
If you like a bit of a different kind of menu, because the main dining room can get a little bit repetitive.
Yes.
So if you like a bit more flavour, a bit of a different style of food, I'd definitely give it a try.
And obviously, yeah, so you've got menu A, menu B. Even if you try just one of them, ideally, especially if you're on for a fortnight, try them both.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend. Great service in there as well. We forgot to say that when we were sitting down, but the service. They always are in there. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Now we will mention it's a little bit dark, so hopefully everything picked up okay.
Obviously it's Mediterranean themed in there, so the lighting isn't great.
Apologies if it does look a little bit dark, but you know what it's like on these cruise ships, it's all them little harsh spotlights.
But especially with us as well, because we film these videos for you guys to try and help you out. We have to go in early in the day when there's nobody in the restaurant.
We've got a list,
haven't we? We pick a table where we think we can get the sound is going to be good because it's not so busy.
Yeah.
So in the ideal world, we'd love to sit over by the window where it's obviously a bit more lighter. Yeah. But then it's so much busier there because everybody wants to sit by the window. So we compromised these lovely views to try and get you a better video. So we was a little bit dark.
We literally had the back corner by a like a waiter station. Luckily they weren't using it, so we weren't like clanging and stuff too much. When
we went in there and we requested to sit there, he looked really, because obviously they're used to people saying, can I sit in this lovely spot by the window? He went, you want to sit there? Why? And we were like, we're filming, we want to get, not too busy.
He understood.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, okay. So yeah, he might have been a little bit dull, but hopefully he then wasn't busy with all passengers around, so yeah.
But we are very full.
Stuffed.
We need to go sit down and maybe actually we probably need to go to the gym. No, don't be silly.
Or the keys for some fish and chips, or the buffet.
God, no, don't keep mentioning food. Don't keep mentioning food. I don't think I can hack it.
But yeah, let us know in the comments below if you've tried it, or you're after this video, you now definitely want to try it if you're coming on board the ship.
But as always, leave us a like. Like Stacey just said, leave us a comment. Any questions, blah, blah, blah. While you're down there, hit subscribe, because it'd be greatly appreciated, because we work so hard on these cruises to bring you all this content. But from two very full people, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.